How much do you know about Malachi from the Bible? If you're anything like me, the answer to that question is not enough. Let's fix that right now. Malachi is the last prophet in the Old Testament and the final voice before the 400-year prophetic silence leading up to the coming of Jesus Christ. His name means my messenger, and though little is known about his personal background, the message he delivered was powerful, bold, and deeply relevant for the people of Israel at that time. Malachi's ministry took place after the return from the Babylonian exile, during a time when the temple had been rebuilt, but spiritual zeal had greatly diminished amongst the people. The book of Malachi addresses a number of key issues facing post-exile Israel. Though the people had physically returned to their homeland and reestablished worship, their hearts had grown cold. Malachi rebuked the priests for offering blemished sacrifices, showing contempt for God's name, and failing to teach the people properly. He accused them of dishonoring the covenant God had made with Levi by acting unjustly and corrupting the priesthood. The prophet also challenged the people of Israel for their unfaithfulness, not only in worship but also in their personal lives. They were marrying foreign women who worshipped idols, breaking their marriage vows, and showing disregard for God's law. One of Malachi's most well-known exhortations is his rebuke regarding tithes and offerings. He accused the people of robbing God by withholding the full tithe, and he called them to bring their contributions back into the storehouse. He promised that if they did, God would open the windows of heaven and pour out blessings until there was no more need. Malachi 3:10. This verse is often cited to encourage faithful and generous giving as an act of trust and obedience. Perhaps most significantly, Malachi prophesied the coming of both John the Baptist and the Messiah. He foretold of a messenger who would prepare the way before the Lord, Malachi 3:10, a prophecy fulfilled by John the Baptist. He also spoke of the Son of Righteousness, who would rise with healing in his wings, pointing to the arrival of Jesus Christ. These final words of prophecy closed the Old Testament and looked forward with hope for the redemption that would come through a Savior. Malachi's message speaks clearly to us today. It reminds us not to let routine replace reverence in our walk with God. He calls us to live with integrity, honor our relationships, and give generously from our hearts. Most importantly, Malachi teaches us that even when we drift from God, He lovingly calls us back. His justice is real, but so is His mercy, and His promise of a coming Savior offers us hope, a hope that we have in Jesus Christ, and a hope for all who trust in Him. And that's why I think it's important to ask the question,